Okay. It's a weird thing I tell my students. I call, there's a loss, there's an L, there's a W, and there's a win. I guess there's a tie in the middle, okay? If you have a loss, that's by submission or knockout. And that's fine. It happens. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. If you lost, you lost. This, by the way, if you lose 15-0, you could say maybe that's a loss as well.
Mm-hmm.
An L is when it's close. Like, okay, 2-1, 3-1, even 5, whatever. That's how L. I mean, you lost, but it's an L. And a W means same. Like you won, but it's a W. If you won, though, it means you submitted the person. So I never officially, personally counted L's as a problem. Like, I didn't like them. I lost by 2-1 or something, or whatever. I never liked them, but for me, it was not a big problem. I wanted to focus on the wins. And so for me, that has caused me some L's because I'm going for, it's like a boxer going for the knockout. I'm going for, like Mike Tyson. Well, Mike Tyson is hard to stop. Even nowadays, he's 50. Have you seen those videos of him?
Oh, man, he looks great
training right now. Man, he's 53 or something. Come on, man. He's scary today. I'm saying that he's more like, and he goes after the kill. Okay, I'm a little more of a counter grappler. Like I'll go, and it used to work. Now it won't work. I would tell the Portuguese, "Hey, go for my feet. They're right here. I heard you have good foot locks." And guys will go for my feet, and I'll foot lock them. Right? So they're playing. I make them play my game. Right? Now it doesn't work. Now it does not work. Or I've not competed in a long time. So 2013 was just a weird year. I took second in my division. I took fourth in the absolute. It doesn't sound like that special, but I'm still top 4 in the world, ranked. I was 37 years old. I mean, I lost to Keenan Cornelius, and I had a match with Buchecha right before that. Brutal match, 0-0 until it was like almost like overtime, and eventually I mounted him, but my foot was stuck in his leg, so I mounted on Buchecha, took him down. He turned to his stomach. I got one hook in. He fell to his back, so now I'm mounted on him, but one of my feet is stuck. I'm functionally mounted on him, but my foot's stuck. I don't get points yet. He is the one Brazilian that has the Olympic wrestler bridge, like a wrestler. I didn't know that. So I don't watch tape of my opponents because I want to focus on myself more than what my opponent can do to me. That was my mistake. So that was a lesson for me. I should have watched tape on Buchecha. He has that crazy athletic Olympic wrestler bridge. He bumped me over, like from the mount. And he got 2 points for that because now my back's on the mat. And that's how he won. Actually, from there, I turned to my stomach to get out. He got back. So he actually won 5-0. But 30 seconds before that was 0-0. So we had an exhausting match, and that affected both of our in performances. But that was a good year, really. This was like fun. I was in Thailand. I went to Malaysia. I was in China. I was in Shanghai, Beijing. I had a great time, even though I lost. I was upset, but silver in Abu Dhabi at 37 is not too bad, not too bad. So I wasn't too bad, but it was a good year, a learning year, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So silver at Abu Dhabi is not bad at any age.
No.
One question to ask you, because obviously you do have a high rate of submission. You're seen as a person that, always goes for the kill. And, you look at your matches just for a long time. You've always been an aggressive submission fighter. What do you think that's a cause of? Do you think that's a mindset? Do you think that's how you trained? Like, what do you think that is?
I always looked up to guys like Mike Tyson. By the way, he knew my name when I walked out of the cage one time in USC. Good fight, Mr. List. Man, I hung out with Mike Tyson 2 times, man. I always looked up to guys who, also met. He bought me a beer one time. Julio Cesar Chavez. That guy, and I bought him a beer too. And I speak Spanish. I'm not as good as my Portuguese, but I'm fluent in Spanish. And talked to him, and he's like, he's very down to earth guy. Of course, he's retired at the time. This is back in like 2002 or something. No, 2005 or something. And I don't know. That guy has something like, 101 victories and like 2 draws and 1 or 2 defeats, something like that. but he has an 80% knockout ratio.
Mm.
And there's other people, I won't say names right now, but other people who are great, who have a record of like 50-0, right? But they have like a 40% knockout ratio. And that's incredible, by the way. Undefeated, okay? But I always prefer the guy who's a little more aggressive, you know? Take more chances. And by the way, that also, in the end of my career, hurt me because my shoulder got broken in a match. It was in Russia. Of course, when you get older, things happen. I was 39 or whatever at the time. But you can't do that forever. So I guess when you get older, you have to change your strategy. Of course, I know that now. Now I can't move my arm that well. My arm's just like this. By the way, it's because of it's a surgery. I had an infection in my shoulder it's not from Jiu-Jitsu. Well, the injury is, but I had an infection. So that's why I'm saying. I'm not saying if you do Jiu-Jitsu, you can't move your arm. I'm not saying that. But yeah, I changed my strategy over time. Yeah, that's, do Jiu-Jitsu, it's healthy, okay? You don't get head trauma like,
right.
Other fighters have had in the UFC. So over time, your strategy has to change. But 37 in China was a great year. Took silver. It's still a great time in my life. I look back upon.
When did you decide?